Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show, and welcome to another episode of an ink review. Today we are looking at a blackish gray ink with some gold shimmer. This is Diamine Murky Bucket. Ooh. This is like one of the first inks that's really bled through on the comparison panel, so I don't know how well this is going to go over, but we will see. Here's our ink swatch. What our resistance test shows. Might not want to use this on the outside of an envelope for fear it may wash away. Here is our toilet paper chromatography. I see that there's like a dark purple and maybe some black and some blue and some teal. This is a very interesting ink, and of course that beautiful gold shimmer. Very interesting. Okay, so let's do some paper review, shall we? This is the Pen and Gear memo book from Walmart.com. Let's see, I just hope that this comes through so that I don't have to do anything funny. Alright, there is just no feathering, no bleeding. Oh, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. I'm gonna tell you all right now, all of the samples have this gold shimmer so that you can see it very well. Oh god, here we go again. Alright, feathered like a chicken. Not really any feathering, but it did bleed through the page. Lightweight traveler's notebook paper. Lots of shimmer, no feathering, no real bleeding, but heavy ghosting. This is super lightweight traveler's notebook paper. Beautiful, no feathering, minimal, a lot of ghosting though. Super ghost. Alright, Moleskin 70 GSM. Feathered like a chicken, bled through the page. Hi Vermilion Tea, how are you doing today? It's Murky Bucket because it's something Diamine swabbed up from the factory floor. This does not surprise me. This does not surprise me in the least. Field Notes Journal. No real feathering, a little bit of spread. Oi! Totally bled through the page. Not great. Fabriano Ecoqua 85 GSM. I keep saying that it's 90 GSM. There's no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Cult Pen's 120 GSM paper. There's a little feather right there. But other than that, oh, there's a little bit of bleeding and a little bit of ghosting. Hey Aries, how are you doing today? Now, I want to ask you how you pronounce your name. Is it Eris, number 1, or is it 2 Aries, like the Greek god? Alright, this is Pelican Hub pad. There's a little bit of feathering, bleeding and ghosting. This is Idea Notebook, 80 GSM. Nope, that's not the one. Oi. Feather like a chicken, bled to the page. 68 GSM Tumbleway River. Beautiful. No feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. Midori MD paper. You know, this could become a drinking game. Let's see if Marilyn can yawn or cough or clear his throat. How many drinks would you have to have after watching Marilyn's video? How drunk would you be? I'd be dead, Mom. I'd be dead. No feathering, no bleeding, no barely any ghosting. Cosmo Airlight, 75 GSM. A little bit of feathering. Ooh, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Naughty. Alright, this is the Eco Jot. Oi. Feathered like a chicken, bled to the page. I was using a significant amount of pressure, though, to get the flex just right. Alright, this is the new paper. I got a question about this. It's Kiowa. There's a telephone number there. It's made in Japan. There's a website. It's in Japanese. So if you do go to the website, if you don't have the extension already, I would advise you to get the Google Translate extension, and then it can at least translate it into English or whatever language you speak, so that way you can see some of the information. I don't know where this came from, but I have a thought that it might have come from Daiso, because one of them said Daiso on it. So, I don't know. Maybe try Daiso? Oh, there's another drink. God. Terribly sorry. Not much I can do about it. If it wants to yawn, it's gonna yawn. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Relatively cooperative, that one. Office Depot, Office Max. Feathered like a chicken, bled to the page. The journal from the Dollar Tree. No feathering. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Alright, this is Saustrian Greens all over the world. Handel's Company. Feathered like a chicken, bled to the page. Clairefontaine. Let's see, what does this even say? Don't try to fit in. You were born to stand out. Okay. Clairefontaine, 90 GSM. It is spreading into the page. And there is bleeding and ghosting. Another drink. Sorry. This is Marmon Demosity, 80 GSM dot grid. Feathered like a chicken, bled to the page. This is not a very cooperative ink whatsoever. No cooperation at all. Alright, this is black and red Oxford optic paper. Little bit of feathering. Bled to the page. Exceed 100 GSM heavyweight paper from Walmart.com. Oi. Feather like a chicken, bled to the page. Archer and Olive, 160 GSM notebook paper. Barely any feathering. A little bit of ghosting. Ooh, that's the first time ink is ghosted that bad through the page, so that's too bad. Alright, here's the other one. This one has a Daiso Industries Limited. This is colored drawing paper, smoky color. So maybe this is, you can find these at Daiso. I'm just saying. Alright. There's no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. That's pretty good for cheap paper. Alright, this is New Eco. Feather like a chicken, bled through the page. Pen and Gear composition book. A little bit of wiggle, bled through the page. Up and Up Wide Ruled composition book from Target.com. No real feathering, bled through the page. True Red composition book from Staples.com. Feather like a chicken, bled to the page. This is Apricot 81.4 GSM notebook paper. Well, I can't tell if that's a feather or a mistake. No bleeding, barely any ghosting. Okay, this is Mead 5-star notebook paper. Feather like a chicken, bled to the page. Ayush 100 GSM paper. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is the Nanami 7Cs 68 GSM Tomoe River. Beautiful, no feathering, no bleeding, and only a minimal amount of ghosting. CVS Caliber notebook paper. Beautiful, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Oxford notebook paper. No feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. Pen and Gear heavyweight notebook paper from Walmart.com. No feathering, no bleeding, and barely any ghosting. HP Premium 32-pound copy paper. Feather like a chicken, ghosted through the page. Rhodia dot pad 80 GSM. No feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. JNB Copperplate Graph Pad from JohnNeilBooks.com. Couple of little feathers here and there, bled to the page. Original Crown Mill 100 GSM paper. Feather like a chicken, bled to the page. And original Vintage Mead. Barely any feathering, bled to the page. So there's just some paper, there's some inks that you can't win. No matter what you do, you can't. Okay, Let's take a look at a comparison panel. See where this ink lies. Today we will be having a calligraphy class on Twitch. We will be talking about pens today. So if you are interested in learning calligraphy, you can come and hang out with me on twitch.tv/MissMarilynDarling. This is another dark ink, so I think we're going to look at some black inks and see if we can lean into some gray inks. Okay, I'm going to bump up the lights 10% so we can see the differences. Move this kind of slightly out of the way so there's not too much sheen. Alright, this is Diamine Murky Bucket next to Noodler's Polar Black, Diatomentus Archive Black, Jinhao Black, Parker Quink Black, X-Feather, Carbon Black, George Washington Jet Black, Night Sky. Actually, these ones are kind of close. Motor Oil, Bad Black Moccasin, Solar Storm, Ao Murasaki, Deep Dune Water Blau, Cerise, Chimney Soot, Borealis Black, Platinum Black, Freedom of the Starry Skies Black is kind of close. Document Black, Astral is kind of close. Tailings Pond, Hanagokoro, Zare Gokoro, The Black Cat, Cast Iron, Lamy Black, Pilot Black, Monteverde Onyx, Krishna Black, Twisby Black, Sailor Black, Jeaban Shogun, Monteverde Blue Black, Diatramentus Black Roses, Food Color Black, Troublemaker Polar Lights, Shooting at the Moon, Pilot Iroshizuku Takesumi, Miura Nero Vesuvio, Schwartz Rose is kind of close, Little Mickey, MMD Starry Night, Common Loon Black, Velvet Black, Edelstein Onyx, Dark Gray, Visconti Black is kind of close, and Nightfall. Okay, let's take a look at some gray inks. Ghost is kind of close, Winter Night, Moonbeam, Sparkling Shadows is kind of close. Actually, this one is like spot on. If I didn't know better, I would think that they were the same ink with maybe one more drop of color. This one even has the same shimmer in it, except this one is just one hair lighter than this one. Wow. Colorverse Alpha and Tempest, Twilight, Velvet Storm, Verdigris, Oliphant, Chinchilla, Itazora, Under the Shade, Moon River, Kirisame, Pencil Lead, Australian Opal Grey, Ghost, Sterling Silver, Fuyu Shogun, Green Nuage, Earl Grey, Sparkling Shadows. Do I have two of these? I mean, Sparkling Shadows. I do have two Sparkling Shadows. They look totally different. I think that this one is more representative. I thought I was hallucinating for a second. Alright. Yukio Inezu, Agent Armada, oops, Cool Gray, Shoebill Stork Gray, Carter Vintage Black, Diamine Moondust, Stipula Dark Gray, Ash 270346, Jazz Hands Gray, Lexington Gray, Graphite Black, this one's kind of close, Diamine Graphite, and Diamine Gray. This was just a hair liner. Well, what did you guys think about today's ink? Do you have this ink? Are you thinking thoughts about getting this ink? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. I will be going live on twitch.tv/Miss Marilyn Darling at 2 p.m. Pacific. Twitch.com/Miss Marilyn Darling, twitch.tv/Miss Marilyn Darling at 2 p.m. Pacific for a Calligraphy 101 class. It's free, you don't have to worry about paying for anything. I'll pass this ink. Wanna get the Emerald Violet through. Haven't found it yet. Emerald Velvet. What company is that? Emerald Velvet. Ooh, that's. I've seen. Is that Diamine? Velvet Emerald. Oh, Diamine Velvet Emerald. Velvet Emerald or Emerald Velvet? Velvet Emerald, okay. Well, I can see from the swatch that Velvet Emerald is slightly more teal than just Emerald. So if you're looking for a green ink, I would go for something more along the lines of Diamine Emerald, or I don't even know. My brain is drawing a blank at the moment. Maybe Yosemite Green. Monteverde Yosemite Green is a really nice emerald green. Diamine Spruce is a really nice dark green with red sheen in it. Anyway. Well, that's all I've got for today. Oh, wait a minute. Might have the name wrong. It was on the ink fence. Oh, I see. Okay. So they do take a little bit of time to make the big bottles of them. So you might be waiting a little while. I think that the first year they didn't start making the bottles up until March. So might take them a little while to ramp up the production of those inks. So be patient. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. Don't forget to check the links in the doobly-doo if you want a discount to Atlas Stationers or Pen Boutique. And I will be back very soon with another video. So, take care until then. Okay, love you, bye. Have a great day.